year, but also was a student, graduating class of 2003. We're standing in front of the Wilby High School sign that was actually a gift from the class of 2005. My class gave a carpet that usually is used for the entrance when students walk in. So as we go through this way, I'm going to take you into the school building. Wilby High School was actually established as a school in 1918. Stephen Wilby, who was the principal of Crosby High School, stated that there was an overflow, and so the students from Crosby High School needed to go into a new school, which would be Wilby High School. So in 1918, they commissioned a new school to be built, and the new school would be called a commercial high school, meaning that there would only be business and household students. So mostly was female students who were learning how to handle finances in their household, cooking, home economics, and also business for men. So they would come to this school in order to do that. So it wasn't until Crosby High School and Wilby High School shared half days until they were finally able to open the school. They opened the school in 1920, and it was declared a recess for the rest of the day. So people moved from Crosby High School to Wilby High School. So because Wilby High School was delayed opening for so long, what happened was they actually started with the drama club in 1918, which was really exciting for the students, and they had their first play. And then, so because there was a need for more space, they started a newspaper to get more interest in this and to draw people's attention to opening up the high school as soon as possible. And so they started with the Sophomore Sentinel, which was Wilby High School's first newspaper in 1919. After that, it became in the 1920s, it became the News, and then the Balance Sheet, and then finally it officially became the Emerald in 1964 and has stayed the Emerald since then. Wilby High School was established as one of the best bookkeeping programs in the city. In fact, local businesses actually demanded that students have their education from Wilby and have their salesmanship bookkeeping course from here. And so often they would do their work in the main office. Now we're in the main office of not the original Wilby building and from 1920, obviously. We moved over here in 1972. So what happened was that they would have this building, and it was one of the finest educations that you could receive in the city in business and in bookkeeping. Right through this door is the Wilby High School Guidance Department. Since the 1920s, Wilby High School students have really been at the forefront of their community and creating communities within the school. So the ukulele club, things like we talked about the drama club and the newspaper, which were the first clubs ever established at Wilby High School. And then also in 1922, the first football and baseball clubs were formed. Right through this door is the guidance department.
This right here is where one of the social workers is.
This right here is where the social workers are. Social workers on either side. We have Miss De La Rosa, who does all wonderful work with the students. We also have Mr. Basil, Dr. Kelly, Miss Carucci, Miss Gonzalez, and Miss Hitchens, who are here for students. So in through this door is the nurse's office. Students can come here when they're feeling ill or need any extra support. They also have connections in the community, pregnancy care, and also other services. In the 1960s, John F. Kennedy High School was built, meaning that this was no longer a business or commercial school as it originally was open to be. So all three high schools, Crosby, Kennedy, and Wilby, started offering this same curriculum. This school has this beautiful, it was built in the 1970s. So this school has this beautiful ramp that was built in the 1970s when the school opened. And it allows for a lot of light, and it's where students like to hang out often. So this leads down to the commons area, into the gym, and down to the arts department. The gym is part of the huge updates and renovations that the school received. This gymnasium is actually named after Reggie O'Brien, who was a beloved basketball coach here, and he actually did a lot of great things for students here. So it is the Reggie O'Brien Gym with the George Gerardo sport. George Torado was also an athletic director here at Wilby High School and unfortunately died of cancer very young. This is the art and music hallway. We still have a school band, we have chorus class, and we also have the Stay Well Health Center. So this was installed 2 years ago so that students can come in, or anyone can come in from the community and receive services, health services that they need, including any mental health services or feminine health services. So this is the school band room, and the orchestra was established in 1922. So in 1922, that's when the school orchestra was established, and now has gone on to be a band. It was award-winning for many years, and also had a marching band at one point.
At Wilby, we have a tradition of having a wonderful Marine Corps ROTC program that is very engaging for the students, run by two wonderful first sergeants from the Marine Corps who do a phenomenal job with the students. And so, take you through here a little bit, trying to upgrade with some workout equipment because they do a lot of physical fitness and agility stuff. And as you can see by the number of trophies, they are very successful. We're walking into the auto mechanics where it smells like a body shop in here. Hello.
Hello. I'll be right back.
Okay. So students who are interested in mechanics can come down here, get hands-on experience by Mr. Boucher, who has a tremendous wealth of knowledge about automobiles and mechanics, and the students really love this program.
Okay, if you couldn't tell, we are here in construction class with our friendly teacher, Mr. Malusa.
Hey guys, Mr. Malusa here. Ninth graders coming in. If you're interested in doing trades or any technical work with wood shop or construction, make sure you come on down or check out your guidance counselor. See if you guys can get in.
So this is one of our culinary classrooms where students get, experience in the culinary arts. And again, another very popular program that our students really enjoy. Okay, so this is our broadcast production studio where students actually will complete a daily news briefing for the school on a normal day when students are here, and we'll also produce some news segments as well. It's a great program and students really enjoy it. This right here is an ABA classroom for students who are on the autism spectrum, and there are 2 such classrooms in our building, and again we have a wonderful program here that meets the needs of our students. Okay, so this is our behavioral disorder learning center where students who are identified as having a behavioral issue will be in here typically throughout the day, and they also integrate throughout the school building on a regular basis. So this is one of the rooms that we have set up. It is right off of the Library Media Center. If we come out here, see there's a little socially distanced celebration going on, but this is for a going away party for a paraprofessional who is going to become a firefighter. His dream is being realized. Okay, so we're back to the front of the building where you see the entrance. The main desk is where students who are tardy will sign in, get a pass, go to class. And we're gonna walk into the Library Media Center over here. And you see our attendance counselor is usually posted over here. Pictures of former principals align the wall, as well as plaques dedicated to Wilby's Teacher of the Year. And then here is our Library Media Center. And I really like this because it's got the paw for the Wilby Wildcats. And then a couple quotes. And then this is pretty cool. This is what our library media specialist, Mrs. Hinton, calls the Zen Den, which is where kids could come and relax and kind of hang out and just chill and read, right? And usually when kids are in school, you'll see them sitting around here reading a book, doing some homework, chatting up with Mrs. Hinton. There's some computers over here. There's 3 computer labs in the library. That's one of them. A second one is here in the middle. And then a third one is over here around the corner to the left. So this is our Library Media Center. And you might remember that area of the building that I told you about that was dedicated by the alumni, the little garden area. Well, this is it outside. And students don't typically go out there, but it's enclosed, so it might be a good place for students to kind of hang out maybe in the future. Okay, so we are on the 3rd floor at Wilby High School, and this is where the English department is. So this is the 3rd floor above the special education department, and the English classrooms are all up here. So if you look out this window, and I'll take you down there later, but we'll see, we have a nice little courtyard that was dedicated to the high school community from the Alumni Association, I believe. So I'm going to take you into what a typical classroom looks like. So this is the classroom that belongs to Mrs. Petty, an English teacher. Pretty standard. We had these installed last year. Those are, I believe, smart TVs. Yep. A little empty now that the kids aren't here, which is sad, but hopefully we'll be back soon. Fingers crossed. The opposite side of the English department is where the business classrooms are. Just figured I'd point that out. Okay, so as we come up around the English department, we have a few more English classrooms, but then we get to foreign language. This is the Vice Principal's office, Mr. Drury. As you know, it's the foreign language department when you start having banners in Spanish. Okay. obviously. I thought this was a really cool idea that this teacher did. Instead of putting notes on her desk to tell students to separate, she put these nice little, I guess, loofah looking things. Makes the room look bright. And then we have this very colorful Spanish class. Got our cleaning supplies, hand sanitizer. On the other side of the building from the language arts department, you have the history department on one side and the science department on the other. So what I figured I'd do is take you into a science classroom, because that's where you'll see all the Bunsen burners and all that cool stuff we remember from chemistry. I'm an English teacher, so don't expect me to know what all these things are. Sorry. This is a typical science classroom where you have all the equipment for the labs set up over here, with the traditional classroom set up over here. And this is Mr. Van Wyck, a new science teacher. Hello. Good stuff. This is a history classroom. As you can see, we have all the cool history stuff. My man Abe Lincoln over there, Teddy Roosevelt. This is Miss Dudley's room, overlooking the parking lot where the main corridor would be over to your right. This is our special education department, right below the English department. Looks very similar. And so you get a little sense of perspective, this again is the area that I was telling you about with the outdoor corridor. And finally, last but certainly not least, we have our math corridor, which is on the opposite side of where special ed is and separated by the library. You'll see a big painting of Wilby here that was done by the class of 2008, I believe. Okay, so this is a math classroom where we have one of our new math teachers, Miss Donato, over here. And as you can see, she's tried to set up a nice, vibrant atmosphere to welcome our students when they come back from whatever all this is. And again, hopefully that will be soon. So that gives you an idea of one of the other styles of classrooms that we have. And again, to give you a little perspective, this is below the history department and overlooking the main parking lot. This is a new wing of the building where you'll see some ESL classes, as well as vice principal's office over here to the left, and some science classrooms down on the right.
So thank you for taking a little time out today to get a little virtual tour of Wilby High School. We appreciate your time and efforts, and we hope that we will see you in person soon. Thank you.